you go, guys. DJ Wonder Chrissy. I don't know if you heard the news, but the Wienermobile is now the Frankenmobile or Frankmobile. What's up with that, right? Oscar Mayer has renamed the Wienermobile to the Frankmobile. It's kind of sad, I'm going to throw in some video of a couple years ago. Susie Q and I, we ran into one of the, we're going to call it the Wienermobile. I'm always going to call it the Wienermobile. Cough. Hey, over in adjacent town in the Jewel parking lot, we talked to some of the Wienermobile workers. And the way it works is these college students sign up for to work on the Wienermobile all summer, and as part of their compensation, they get to do a stop in their hometown. So there was a kid who lived in Barrington, Illinois.
Land Cruiser Midwest. I'm Tommy Salami here with the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile.
Miles from here, and we were coming home from a day out exploring the northwest suburbs of Chicago, and there was the Wienermobile. So there you go. I think they operate them out of Madison, Wisconsin, and that's maybe some out of California, but they have several, and we took some video, and we'll share that here. Some other things I wanted to talk about today is, this is just crazy. Target came out with some guidance in, or Target, however you like to pronounce it, for those people that like the shopping experience better than Walmart, I guess. But anyway, Target says they're expecting that their loss or theft to balloon to $1 billion. That's what it be, folks. From 500 million to $1 billion. Where does all this stuff go? That is just literally crazy and makes you wonder, you know, it's being passed on to us, folks. So organized retail theft, whether it's happening before it hits the stores or whether it's happening when it hits the stores, I find it hard to believe that they're losing $1 billion out the front door of a store, but maybe that's just absurd. And how can you stay in business with stuff like that? You know, also we live in the Chicago area, so we're not akin to that not happening, because we just saw Wal-mart close down 50% of their stores. They had 8 stores. They closed 4 down. They're going to close the other 4 down by the end of the year, I suspect. But they hadn't made money in like 15, 16 years. They lost $17 million last year in theft. So, and actually the store lost money. Didn't even make money, and part of that was theft. So, yeah, they're closing down 4 of their stores in the south and west side where they're needed the most, and that's just the way it goes. The other thing I saw as I was preparing for today's little video was 50% of families with adult children are still paying their bills. And I believe this. I've got some family members that suspect are caught in this vicious cycle. Not only is 50% of the families paying for their adult children, their bills, right? They're paying to the tune of $1,400 a month. On average. You know, some of this is the parents' faults. They need to raise their kids, and I think part of it too, this article says, is you know, the kids aren't being taught financial literacy anymore in the schools. So it's upon the parents to teach the kids and prepare them for the financial world on top of you know, the real world. I know I talked to my nephews who graduated from college, and he said there is no financial education really in college, and at least not required. So, I tried to do some things to help out, but I'm not sure it really helped. But anyway, it says here that, the people, and to make matters worse, the people that are paying the most, like $2,100 a month, they said some of these people, they surveyed 1,000 people for this. So that's where they're getting their data from, is 1,000 people. And it said the people that are within 10 years of retirement are the ones that are probably the worst off. Doesn't really get into whether these kids have a education or what type of education. It just says that they're still attached to the umbilical cord of their parents financially, and it's causing some problems. Yeah, I mean, think about that. They're still looking for mom and the dad to fork over $1,400 a month. And, student loan payments have been on pause for 2-3 years now. And now's the time that they should be able to stand on their own at this point. But it's just absurd. It's absurd. It's, as this falls in that category that I've always been told that 80% of people's problems are caused by themselves. And I really have a inkling that this is probably the case. So I guess the lesson from this is that, teach your kids financial literacy early on in life and keep it coming, and hopefully they will learn, and hopefully they'll be able to support themselves someday. I didn't have the problem. When I graduated college, I was making time payments on a couch. My parents didn't fork over any money for, back then we didn't have cell phones, but my parents didn't pay for anything. I bought my car. I paid my car insurance. I paid my monthly rent. My first apartment was $510 a month for a one-bedroom apartment. I had a used Buick Regal that was 6 years old, and that's all I had. That's all I had. And I was making, in 1986, I was making $24,000 a year, folks, and getting by. Somehow I got by on $24,000 a year, and that's all it took. Didn't need anyone else to pay my bills. Didn't want anyone to pay my bills. So there you go. I don't know how we got to this point, but it's not a good thing. I hope you're not one of the parents out there that's forking over $1,400. That's Taylor Swift ticket there on a monthly basis. You don't want to be doing that. And once you start, it's hard to get out, right? Just like the debt bucket there. Once you're in the debt bucket, it's much, much harder to get out. It's easier to stay out. So that's the news for today, and it's not good. Makes you wonder why our economy is in shambles the way it is. And, like I said, some of it is our own doing. So a beautiful day here in suburban Chicago. It's going to be 75. I'm out here on the patio enjoying the day. Just got a haircut. And I'm trying to bring you guys some of the news. So comment down below what you think, and if you're paying your kids, how much are you paying them on a monthly basis to keep them happy and healthy and financially afloat? Comment below, and I hope you're not, but hey, it happens. It does happen. DJ Wonder Chrissy over and out. Check us out. We got lots of videos out there, folks.